Clear skies surprised Reed Finlay and I Friday morning, but a lenticular cloud forming over the Grand had us wondering what the weather had in store later on. The day's objective was a line I refer to as the Nugget, which starts from a col just east of Cloudveil Dome and begins with turns directly to the south, before a traverse to the east brings you to the top of a large funnel. The line continues southward through a tight, pencil-like couloir, which dumps you out onto a wide, low-angle snowfield that culminates in a chockstone, which is passed via a rappel and ends at the forks of Avalanche Canyon. I called this line the Nugget because of the giant chockstone which is located at the bottom of the run. Today, we are accessing the col east of Cloudveil via Garnet Canyon, since it's possible to skin the entire way from that direction. New snow blanketed the higher elevations, as wispy and wave-like clouds formed and dissipated all around us. After about 4.5 hours, we reached the col, and views of the peaks to the south opened up in front of us, and the southeast-facing lines on the middle Teton looked as good as ever, as the Grand Teton towered over all. Soon we were ready to ski, and Reed dropped into the upper section of the Nugget first. I followed suit, and found good snow to the skier's right. After cutting to the skier's left, Reed drops into the funnel section of the line and starts the first of many wet slides. Contemplating his next move, Reed decides to go with gravity and dives into the pencil-like couloir. As we continue down the line, we set off more and more wet slides where the snow hadn't run already. We found good skiing on the smooth bed surface, but also found extremely challenging skiing where we were forced to ski over the slide debris. After reaching the lower angle snowfield, Reed follows the slide path, and I find actually surprisingly decent skiing in the softer snow to the right. After pulling in to an island of safety, I watched from above as Reed slides into position at the anchor point. Moments after clipping in, the shit hits the fan, and a giant wet slide comes barreling down the mountain. Luckily, we are in a protected spot, as waves and waves of snow pound over the chockstone.
Just in time.
Reed states the obvious.
Yeah. Thank you, Lord.
If we had been at this location any sooner, we would have been on rappel in direct fall line of the wet slide and been pounded by debris.
Jeez. Okay, that's where we're going, believe it or not, right there. And as you can see, humongous wet slide. The good news is we're out of the way right now. The bad news is that's the way we want to go. So we're gonna hang out. This thing's been going for about a minute. This is one of the hazards of spring skiing.
To put things into perspective, here is a shot of the Nugget from below. The red dot indicates our position just above the chockstone, and the yellow arrow shows the path of the debris from the slopes above.
There's Steve. And then here's the anchor. Right there. Alright, she's starting to slow down.
After the slide subsides, we beef up the anchor with more protection and extend the clip-in point with runners, since we are unsure if our ropes will clear the chockstone. Reed goes first as I spot from above for more wet slides. and I follow next, moving quickly and listening for more debris to come. Our anxiety slowly diminishes as we finally reach solid ground and the protection of the chalk zone. After a long rest and refilling our camelback, we continue down into Avalanche Canyon, lucky to be alive.